Greetings YouTube, Crosstrain here from World of Tanks again today, and I am bringing you another replay, this time in my very rarely played SU-122-44, which is a Russian Tier 7 tank destroyer, which is a fantastic tank destroyer, by the way. For whatever reason, I just haven't played it a whole lot. So I wanted to bring you this one because I had a relatively decent game, which I'll show you as we go here. Today I am playing with Kenadian CSJ, who is with Millard's Minions, and in fact this is my final eval battle, as I applied to a couple of days ago and was accepted to do some evals anyways. So I've been platooning with about 4 different guys from and doing some detachments over the last day, and this is my very final battle, playing alongside Kenadian in his Jagdpanther. So we are taking this south position in our TDs, and to just kind of take early position, see what we want to do. We do have this Cromwell coming through the middle, so I turn to try to get a shot on him. Of course, as soon as I shoot, somebody else shoots him and kills him. It looks like we had our KV-85 just killed one of our own, so that's a good start. Our Claws, one of our good players, was team killed. So we are taking up position on top of the hill. We do have a few other tanks with us, and just trying to get some shots as we can. You see Kenadian's already got a couple of shots in here. I just haven't been able. I got no gun depression. He's got much better gun depression on that Jagdpanther than I do. I'm going to try to put something through there, but that just didn't work. Let me stop this for a second. If you're watching this replay and you're a new player or any other reason why you might possibly do this, let me show you what not to do. You can see this M6 just drove right up behind me and literally parked right on top of me. So what he has done here effectively is absolutely limited, in fact almost completely taken away my ability to back out of trouble should trouble come. So do not do this. The only time this is acceptable, folks, is if you're in TS or communicating with a platoon mate or a clan mate or something like that, and he's using you as a hold-on position, and he knows full well that you're behind him, because he can communicate with you and tell him he needs to get out. But do not do this. This is just not a good thing to do, and you will make some players extremely angry if you do this. Now, the reality is that this M6, as you can see, he's taking a shot right now from either the T-37 or the Jackson. I'm guessing the T-37, based on the trajectory of that shot. And he's going to pay the price for this, so I'm going to go back and start this video up. Just don't do that. You see, I'm trying to make my own way out because he's still oblivious that he was blocking me. I was able to back out of there a little bit. He gets all the way down to 5 hit points. And again, frankly, he deserved it. I'm sorry, but you do not block another player in like that. So all that said and done, we've got we've got some engagement up here. This 122-44, the other one's trying to get out of here. I pick up just the thinnest of whether it's the driver's or the commander's hatch on the top there. I just pick up a little bit and drop a 380 hit point shot on that 122-44. So that was a relatively decent shot. I've got Kenadian's getting a lot of shots in here. He's already got 1 kill, and he's getting a lot of shots in, but he's about to get worked on by this Fury, who, by the way, can just DPM him hard because he fires so fast. I noticed that 122-44 is trying to come up. He bounced one off my slope, and then what I've done here is I've told Kenadian at this point, because he's down to probably 2 shots left from that from the Fury to take him out if he pens. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking up position between him and the Fury. As you can see, all the rest of the tanks, the enemy tanks that we've seen, are dead up on the hill. So I just told him I'm gonna get in front of you here. I'll take the shots because I am still full health. You saw he already bounced one off my front plate. Looks like right off of my gun mantlet. But anyways, so I'm just shielding him so he doesn't get DPN by this Fury, which can put out the shots in less than 2 seconds and hits for about 150 or so each shot. So here we go. Again, I'm just trying to take the shots for him. He's bouncing me, and he's not going to bounce me. So at this point, the battle's actually going pretty good in our favor. We're up 8-6. We've cleaned the hill here in the southwest. And so there is a lot of enemy activity, as you can see back here in the northeast corner, or northwest corner. I'm sorry, we cleared the southeast. In the northwest corner, there's a lot of enemy activity, and our team's getting a little skinny up there. So we decided that we would go and see what we could do over here. So again, I told Kenadian, let me go first. I can take the hits. So he's going to stop and let me go in first. We do want to be careful. It's now all of a sudden it's gone from 8-6 us to 8-8. As I drive through, oh, there's a T-20. Just happens to pop in my way, and he really has no choice, no chance there. So that's all she wrote for the T-20. At any rate, here we have now completely fallen apart, except for that Sturm Emil up in the corner, which is about to go down here very shortly. So they've got a lot of tanks left over here. So Kenadian and I are just trying to figure out what we want to do. We want to go without putting ourselves at too much peril. So we decide to pinch this E-25. We have now gone down 10-9. This E-25 is trying to get around Kenadian, but Kenadian's going to take care of him right there. And now we turn our attention to the northwest corner. It is now a dead heat game here. Looks like we're not sure where the rest of the tanks have gone to, but there's the 25-2 right in front of myself and this other 122-44. There's our Dickomax, got all the way back around to our base. 122-44 puts in a nice shot here. I lock and then shoot over his head from 35 feet. Nice. Did use auto aim there. Wanted to lock at him before I came over the hill, so when I came over the hill I could get him. Kenadian takes care of that Dickomax, and this is going to be a fun. I meant to hit my right mouse button and lock onto that tank. Instead, I hit my left mouse button and fire. But it doesn't matter. I still get time to take that HRL-44 out. Now, I turned chat off for this, but what's happening here in chat is Kenadian is asking our other SU-122-44 to get back to us, and I want to highlight this. He just died, but Kenadian in chat was telling him to get back to us. Let's all three of us, we got a 3-2 advantage. Let's the three of us get back. They were last spotted back around their base. Get back with us, all three of us can go up together. And this 122-44 did a nice job, and you'll see in the after battle results he did the 3rd most damage, and I believe 3rd most XP. And so he did a nice job, and he's not a bad player at all. But for whatever reason, he just he went YOLOing into 2 TDs when he was really didn't have a lot of health left. So probably a misplay on his part. He clearly, according to the chat, which you won't see, disagreed with Kenadian's and my assessment. But nonetheless, so he went YOLOing in there, and as you see, without inflicting any more damage, was taken out by either the AT-7 or the toaster. I don't know what the name of that tank is, but one of those two TDs. So we determined when he's gone that it would be best to sit back, collect ourselves, see if we can, see if they're going to come to us or if we need to go to them. We certainly have the advantage on them from a mobility standpoint. Both a Jagdpanther and SU-122-44 are nicely mobile. But we do decide to gather ourselves and hang by our caps. See if they, for some reason, do decide to move into our cap. And if they do, then we're going to be lying in wait for them. So we take up positions. Me up front to just provide eyes in case they move up. Kenadian further back so we can provide support fire. And I am going to speed up the replay here because we sit until we determine at 6 minutes. We are going to, sorry about the make your head spin, I guess. But we decide that we're going to move out at about 6 minutes. In the meantime, we've got some chat going on, some friendly, some not so friendly banter. But regardless, Kenadian and I are talking to TS and they're saying, hey, at 6 minutes we'll move out. I tell them I'll move out first, see if there's anybody coming. And that's what we're going to do right about now. So I move out, see if there's anybody coming from the west. There is not that I can see, although the view range on this thing is limited. You can see by my circles on my mini-map, it's pretty limited. So we move, we determine that we're going to move again to the south and the east. I'm going to speed this up till we get up in that corner. But we decide we're going to move up here, and then Kenadian waits till I get about here, make sure that there's nothing coming before he moves out, because he is a one hit for either one of these tanks. So just playing extra cautious, let me light the way. I can take the hits, and just before we move in. So as I move into I'm going to sit right here and already try to get some eyes on the cap. There's a bridge that leads into their cap, just to the right of my reticle right now. They were last seen just to the right of that, behind that rock formation there. So I'm just waiting for Kenadian to get up here, and what we decide is I'm going to go ahead and move in, try to get some lights, and he's going to sit right basically where I am, with this tree for cover, and do some sniping. That tank he's in, the Jagdpanther, is a fantastic sniping tank. It doesn't have a ton of armor. It gets decent slope, but not a ton of armor. But it is a fantastically accurate. It's one of the strengths of this thing. So he spots. I'm sure that's him that spots, or perhaps it was me. But the toaster, he takes a shot and he misses. And fortunately, this guy comes right into my. And there's just, he doesn't stand a chance. In the meantime, I've lit the AT-7. He's just to my left. Kenadian is able to get a shot into him. I do not pen him, which is crazy. But nonetheless, he is going to hit me 3 good times. But I had, like I said, the hit points to spare. So it worked out okay for us. So I would say that it's fair to characterize this as a carry by Kenadian and I. 10 kills between the two of us. I picked up the top gun there. I didn't even realize it after. I had no idea when the match was over, when Kenadian said, hey, way to go, you got top gun. And I was like, what? Oh. Because quite frankly, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to how many kills I had. But it was a good game. We killed 10 of the 15 tanks. So that's a pretty solid carry, I would say. So let me jump into the post-game stats and see what they look like here. So as you can see, we got brothers in arms. Kenadian had 4 kills. I had 6. So we both lived, so that qualified for brothers in arms, which is nice. I had the top gun as well. This is just a first class mastery badge, which is okay, but again, it did 2100 damage in this thing, so that's not a great deal of damage. But basically everybody that I hit, I killed. So team score, you can see that Kenadian actually outdamaged me. He did 2474. I did only 2100. I happened to have a couple of low hit point kills there that I picked up. So from a XP standpoint, I had 1067. He had 998. A very solid game again for Kenadian. And as I said, here's this guy who YOLO'd a little bit there at the end, this Foos Goldie in the 122-44, but he picked up 1852 damage, 3 kills himself. And he was with us on the hill down there in the southeast to start. So, I mean, he did a nice job in this game. I'm not sure what his thinking was to roll into their base alone into the teeth of a couple of TDs. But nonetheless, I'll give him props. He had a good game. So, can't argue with that at all. And details. I missed a bunch of shots, 14. A couple of them I knew. I was trying to knock down buildings up there on the hill. 14 shots, 9 hits. 8 of them were pens for 2100 damage. I took 6 hits, only 3 pens and 3 non-pens. Again, this bounces pretty nice. Especially, I had it sloped backwards a little bit, so that even increases that angle on the front of the armor even more so. 620 hit points deflected, and then I had 675 assist damage. So netted or grossed 70,000 plus credits after firing a few premium shells. Netted 35,000, and again on a daily double. With a 10% bonus for driving a premium tank, which I think is a special this month, netted 3,520 XP. So, all in all, a pretty decent game. I was pretty happy with it. It was a good battle to be my final eval battle. In fact, 5 minutes after I logged out of the game after this, I got my acceptance in MM, so I'm glad to be joining Millard's Minions going forward here, and I was glad to play this with Kenadian. We worked together quite well there and had a good result. So, until next time, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks, and I will see you on the battlefield. Peace.